Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday.
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Cintije.
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Brimoh.
Know your do's and don'ts. Then know the area you want to work on.
And many more well-equipped panelists.
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
To be educated.
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
Equipped.
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
Sharpened.
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
And empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances.
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
Relationships.
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
Spiritual.
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
And day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time with Claudine Cintije and Elizabeth Brimoh.
We would be glad to have you with us
on the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode. This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari Design Watches. And Nefertari Beauty. Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday.
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Cintije.
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Brimoh.
Know your do's and don'ts. Then know the area you want to work on.
And many more well-equipped panelists.
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
To be educated.
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
Equipped.
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
Sharpened.
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
And empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances.
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
Relationships.
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
Spiritual.
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
And day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m., Winnipeg or Central Time, with Claudine Cintije and Elizabeth Brimoh.
We would be glad to have you with us
On the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode.
Hello everyone, this is the True Wellness Connection, broadcasting from the True World Television station. My name is Elizabeth Brimoh and I will be your host this evening. We are so happy to have you today. It's always a pleasure having you joining us at this time. Today is going to be a very great day. So I want moms to call on dads, call your wives, call your children. Let everyone sit by the TV so that you'll be able to join us, comment, ask us questions. We want to hear from you as we go on in the program. Now, today I am not alone here. I have a very wonderful sister with me, Sister Claudine Cintije. Say hi to the audience.
Wow, you can pronounce my name. Yeah, welcome again to the True Wellness Connections. My name again, Claudine Cintije. I'm so happy and excited again to welcome you to our show today. And I'm pretty much sure you're going to be blessed. Please share our links and invite your friends and let them be connected with us. You know, we always have something amazing just to cheer you up, just to encourage you, just to feel that life can always be good no matter what. So stay connected. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And today we're going to be talking about seeking balance. Wow. How can you seek balance in this world, in your life in particular? So we have a guest with us today. You will know the guests with this introduction. Let's go.
Peace Abraham Ajayi is a dedicated auditor, entrepreneur, singer, and the visionary founder of PEEF AI Foundation, a non-profit organization committed to supporting victims and survivors of domestic abuse, mentoring young individuals in trauma healing and personal development. She's a devoted Christian and transformational speaker. Peace leverages her personal journey of resilience to inspire and empower others. She has collaborated with many organizations, and through various partnerships, she has contributed to promoting healthier lifestyles within her community. As a sought-after speaker, Peace has delivered a lot of impactful presentations for different organizations. Additionally, Peace is a prolific content creator known for her compelling 60-second motivational and educational videos that provide confidence-boosting insights, emotional intelligence tips, and practical life strategies to a growing global audience. Her passion for personal growth, mastery, and faith fuels her mission to help others overcome adversity, reclaim their power, and walk boldly in their purpose. Whether she is auditing systems, speaking truth, singing, or empowering women and youth, Peace brings light, clarity, and impact to every endeavor she undertakes. She is your guest today at the True Wellness Connections with Elizabeth Brimoh and Claudine Cintije.
Wow, Sister Peace, you're welcome into our midst.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for accepting our invite, and we are so happy to have you.
My
So
pleasure.
say something to our audience.
Oh, thank you everyone for joining in today. How's your day been? I believe it's been blissful and rewarding. So just sit back and let's have a beautiful conversation.
Yes, thank you so much. We will appreciate it if you can love our show. Again, comment. We want to hear from you as we go and as we discuss more about seeking balance in life. We want to hear your own view or your opinion about this topic. So, Sister Peace. Wow, that is a very lovely name.
I know.
So, I will start with, how can we seek balance in this life? We all know how challenging our daily routines are. You move from one place to another, you go from here to there. So how can we seek peace in this world? Everything is demanding, they are all demanding for your attention. Your children, husband, friends, relatives, they are demanding for your attention, including your job. So how can you seek peace in this world?
Well, thank you for your question. Well, like you know, my name is Peace. So finding peace for me starts with protecting my peace.
Yes.
And protecting my space. And when I talk about my space, I'm talking about spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and otherwise. It's not about doing everything at the same time. You know, you said we have a lot of things competing for our attention.
That's right.
But we must also be able to prioritize.
Yes.
You have to understand what needs to be done now and give yourself permission to make others wait. So you have so many competing priorities.
That's right.
Yeah, you tell yourself, okay, you know what, this is urgent but not important. This is important but not urgent. This is urgent and important, and this is not important and this is not urgent. So having that self-awareness of whatever it is that you're dealing with at that particular moment would help you identify what to attend to first and what to attend to next. And you know, as mothers, we always try to look after everyone.
That's right.
Forgetting ourselves.
Yeah, accept yourself.
And, yes.
Yeah.
So it's us now giving ourselves that permission to say, you know what, I am human. I've got to take one day at a time. Face A, finish A, go to B. And if I'm not able to get to D, then I tell myself, I am human.
Yeah.
And we'll continue from there the next day.
Wow. That is beautifully explained. My next question, because I really like the way you explained. Yeah.
But I just want to go on, I like what you said about my peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Donc, in this demanding world, you are saying that you are a priority.
Yeah.
You are the number one asset in all these things. You look at yourself first.
Yeah.
Before you can honor others.
Yes.
So that is exactly what many women especially are lacking in life.
That's right.
We take care of everything and we don't. So you are saying that we should first look at ourselves first.
Yeah.
Because we need to we need to live first before our children can live, before any other business can be taken care of.
Yeah, and I think that, sorry to cut you short, I think that's one area that a lot of us are missing it out. You can't be Jesus Christ. You can't save the world.
Yes.
And you know, in the quest for trying to make everyone else happy,
Yeah.
we burn out. we hurt ourselves, we deprive ourselves of sleep, and we forget that sleep is one of the most important gifts that God has given us. So, in striking balance, number one, you have to be self-aware. Then number two, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional, because I was also at that place where I was trying to play God and trying to help everybody at my own expense. And it took me breaking down to realize that, no, I think it's high time I start protecting my own peace and start loving myself. Yeah. So you can't create balance when you don't even know what you're balancing.
That's right.
You have to be aware of your competing priorities and how do they align with your purpose. Because there could be a lot of things that are competing for your attention, but do not align with your purpose.
That's right.
They do not align with your values. You show up in all the parties available in town. How does that add value to you? So, and we try to be people pleasers unconsciously.
Yeah.
You're trying to do things because you just want the other person to be happy, but on the long run, it does not align with your purpose. It does not align with your values. It does not align with your goals. It does not align with anything that you have set for yourself. You're just doing it, and you find out that you're just burnt out. The main things you're supposed to achieve, you have not achieved them, but you have majored on the minor and minored on the major.
Wow.
Look at you.
And you know what? With what you've just said now, it reminded me of when my kids were growing up. And we clean and clean and clean and clean and clean until one pastor came and said, please, you need to save yourself. Give yourself rest. The plates are there, they are dirty. Leave them in the sink. And you know, that was when I realized that I need to put Lizzie first. Because before you know it, I will wash and wash. And by the time I want to say I will sit down and eat, it will be going to 6, 7. So until that pastor told me, no, put yourself first. Go out. Breathe. You know? So I'm talking to all women and everyone, men included. Put yourself first. Yes, you are so nice. If there is any problem, they are coming to you. You are very good in advising. But what about your own self? So thank you for that. Now, I just want you to break this down a little bit more. That what does balance, to those that are just watching and they don't really, you've explained it, but they just want it in a few words. What does balance mean? Especially to men and women watching. When you say balance, you know, today is seeking balance. What does balance really mean in life?
In just a simple word, it's prioritizing your time.
Yeah.
Prioritizing your time. Time is something that you cannot buy back. If it's gone, it's gone. And in today's world, there are a lot of things that we can outsource. There are a lot of things that we can outsource. But because of where we're coming from, our culture, if you want something done, you do it yourself. If you want something done well, do it yourself. You don't have to do it yourself and die.
Yes. Yeah.
You have a small business that you're running. You have a 9-to-5 that you're doing. You have activities in church that you're coordinating. You have several other things. You have kids that you're looking after. Must you still clean? If it will cost you $100 to get someone to come do a thorough cleaning for you twice a month, so that you can breathe and rest, is your life not worth more than 20?
That's right.
Because we
Imagine.
don't put value on the stress our body goes through. We underestimate the effect of stress on our bodies. So for things that you can outsource, do your cost-benefit analysis. Because in trying to meet all these demanding priorities, because for some, you cannot even say, okay, I'll take care of my child later while I do my work. There are some things that you just have to
do it.
To do it at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, for instances like that, ask yourself, what value is this activity giving me? Is this an activity that I can subcontract? Can I outsource this activity? If I have to paint this whole house to save cost, I don't have the expertise. What will take me 3 days to paint will take a professional just few hours to do it.
Yeah.
Is it worth my time spending such number of hours just because I want to save cost?
That's right.
At the expense of other important things that would add value to my life, add value to my children, add value to my family. Is it worth it? What is the opportunity cost of that? So, in a nutshell, finding balance means finding out what is worth your time.
Beautiful.
Per minute, per second, per hour, and that is aligned with your goals and purpose.
Yeah, so I just want to add something to what you just said. Like, thank you so much for sharing what you said. And again, we are always seeking to, as women, we have to empower each other. We have to strengthen each other because, if you... the community can never, the society can never afford to lose one woman. So that's why investing into ourselves as women, we are building our community, we are building our society, we are even building our future families, because our family, they will look at us. How did we run our household? How did we manage ourselves, raising them up? So we don't want to be women that are too overwhelmed that you can't even give direction to your children. That's right. That are trusting in you. So as my sister said, it is so important that, acknowledge that you are tired.
Absolutely.
Just acknowledge that, what, the day has been so long, I don't think I can do this. And take a rest if you have to take a rest. Like, I know for us African women, sometimes our men are expecting that we have to run tirelessly, and it's okay to be able to say, what, those dishes, I'm going to bed right now.
Yeah.
And go have my rest, and everything else will wait for me. As you said, it's so important, just be able to contract somebody to come and do some work. I'm very, very, very good at that.
I know.
I'm very good at that. When I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, you know what? That $50 I can pay for somebody to come and shovel my snow on my driveway. You know how much stress is alleviating off my shoulder by just paying that $50, somebody will come and clean my driveway, and while I'm resting, and when I wake up, my driveway looks nice. So as women, we just want to make sure we put value to ourselves, as she said, and we invest into caring for ourselves. Like, you don't have to allow yourself to be overwhelmed. Your body will speak. And when your body speaks, listen.
Yeah.
And check out, what have you been up to? Why are you so stressed out? Because what is more important, you have to be able to acknowledge right now, these are the responsibilities that I have as a woman. I have to take care of the kids. They have sport. They have sport. They have to go this.
Endless sports.
They have everything they have to do. And you have to be a mom that is able to show to your kids that it is well.
Yeah.
You have got this one girl. We have to learn how, and they also involved our children. to be
so-
part of what we are doing.
Yeah.
The number one supporters that we have are our own children.
True.
But they will never support us if we don't drag them in.
Yeah.
Let them know that mom is tired right now. They even protect your time to rest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That is something that I always fear. I don't want my children to tell me that, oh, she's a lazy mom. You know, when they were growing up, I always say that to myself. So I would just struggle and, you know.
What?
And I discovered that by the end of the day, I may sit down in the sitting room and just sleep off when it's not supposed to be. So, Sister Peace, I want to ask you, is there anything called burnt out? And if there is, how can we avoid it? Should we get to that burnt out before taking a break?
There is something called burnout. There is something called burnout, and that occurs when you refuse to listen
To your body.
Because God is just so awesome and so amazing that He has put stressors in us that signals us
Yeah.
when we are stressed. Like for me, when I have gotten to my limits, I start having this peppery sensation
Yes.
on my body, like half of my body, my arm, my legs. I start having that
Wow.
peppery sensation. I start having migraine. I start having numbness in my feet. When it gets to that point, I know that if I don't
Take a break.
take a break immediately, something might happen. Like if there was this day I had a deadline at work and I was just pushing, it just got to a point. The whole house was just turning. Nobody told me to drop it, and we need to tell ourselves the truth. If we drop dead, all the people that claim they love us, including our children, and our parents, and our spouses, would not go with us.
They will not.
The highest they would do is to cry.
For a few days.
They would not say,
And they bring some flowers.
and bring some flowers. and that does not mean the food will not be served at the funeral. People will still eat. They're crying, but when it comes to item 7, they would clean their eyes and eat. So all those you have worked tirelessly for and tried to please would not be there.
Wow.
They would not go with
Wow.
you. So there's something called burnout. When your body tells you you are doing too much and tells you that you need to take a break, it's best that you just listen. Because we've seen a lot of cases, especially in our community, where people just slow and die.
Yeah.
And that's because we don't have this culture of going on vacation from where we come from.
Yeah.
We work, and even when we migrate to overseas, we go abroad, we take on more shifts. We see our white counterparts taking on vacation, doing staycation, going to camps and all the rest, just taking out time to just unwind, to just rest.
Yeah.
Well, we will take on extra shifts.
Yes.
Extra shifts.
Yes.
And
Doubles.
a lot of us work in organizations that have that we are entitled to medical benefits, where we have allowances to go for massage.
I never go.
You never go, right?
I never go. And I have it. I have a full coverage. I never go.
Okay, I didn't call your name.
You said
So a lot of us have work in places where this is part of our benefits. And don't forget, if you don't use it, they will not reimburse you.
And don't even remind you.
They won't even remind you. So you have annual checkup. How many of us, especially people in our community, take advantage of this free health system that we have here to ensure that our vitals are checked Blood work is done, X-ray. People above 40, you do your mammogram, cervical cancer, prostate cancer. How many of us go this extra length to do all those tests annually? So it all starts from self-awareness, like I said.
That's right.
Then intentionality, self-love. If you don't love you can't give what you don't have.
That's
Absolutely
right.
not.
You can't love your family the way they should be loved. Because if you've not even remembered to take yourself to the clinic to have yourself checked, would you remember that your kids need dental check at least every 6 months?
Yeah.
Because we have these benefits. How many times do we take our kids for scaling and polishing? They open their teeth, they smile, you see the brown teeth. So the burnout starts from what we even model to our children.
Wow.
Because if they don't see us taking care of ourselves, they grow up with that mentality that this is what a strong woman should look like.
Yeah.
And that's just painting the wrong picture.
Yes.
Because that kind of strength is not strength. It's not strength, because we have to be intentional in taking care of this body that God has given unto us. We just have to be intentional about it.
Wow.
So there is something called burnout, and our body tells us when we are at that place. And we're in a country where we don't have to pay for medical or for hospital visits. Back in my country, you're going to the clinic, you can't just go there without
go with your money.
You go there with your money.
Yeah.
So let's take advantage of the benefits we have in our organizations. Take advantage of, if you're not in a place or an organization where you have access to such facility, go to your doctor and just tell your doctor that you want to run this, you want to have your annual checkup done, and they will tell you if you're eligible or not. But do your own part, play your own part, go to the clinic and find out if you're eligible.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And just to add my own story, when we were younger in my house, whenever it's 5 p.m., they will send us to our rooms to have siesta. It's like we are programmed. Now, I grew up that way till I married. So as soon as it's getting to 5:30, my eyes will be doing this, and my husband will be like, "You want to sleep again?" I said, "You know what? It's just 30 minutes. That is just it." My father made sure that we obey. At the beginning, we close our eyes. Little kids now. Close our eyes, and as soon as 6:10, we will all stand up. But with time, we get used to it. I'm still used to it, though nowadays I don't observe it every day because of my schedule. But whenever I discover that I need rest, I will take it. 30 minutes, 45, I'm done. We need to take care of this body. You have only one body.
Yeah.
So take good care of it. Do you have anything
There's
to
one
add?
thing that you said about taking time out, taking a vacation. Boy, that is something that really our people need to know, need to understand. Vacation is something that changes everything about you. When you come back out of vacation, you feel that there's a 1+ added to your life.
That's right.
But sometimes you don't have to go to whatever, to
Expensive
Hawaii,
places.
Destinies, whatever. You don't have to go to expensive places. You can just take a drive with your husband, with kids, and just leave out of your province, go to another province. Or even leave out of your city, Winnipeg, go to Brandon, for instance. And just go spend time there in the hotel. The way the hotel is very relaxing.
Yeah.
My kids, I don't take them far away, but I like to take them like Brandon. I will take them like just staying time in the hotel. They'll feel like this is the best holiday you have ever had. Because when you do those things, you are creating a memories. You'll see some other people, they'll be like, I work so hard, I have double shift, this and this. That is enough for exercising. When you are at work, you are just you're on duty. Like, you're not exercising. Like, you don't really like it most of the time what you are doing. You just have to be at work and earn the living. But that does not really help you, like, take care of the stress or anything, no. But when you say, I'm packing my stuff, tomorrow I'm going to whatever, to Calgary, we are going to this place, automatically something is happening in you. You are relaxing, you're growing, and also your kids, they need time out.
Yes.
That's why for us, we always make sure our kids goes to some activities. I think I've been doing excellent with our children so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you create activities that your children can attend, you cannot just keep your children for all their life, school, home, school, home, school, home. It will be difficult for you to guide them.
Yeah. Then another thing, you mentioned about taking kids out on vacation, and I don't know what it's like in your own country, but in my country, when we say we're going on vacation, we're going on shopping.
Yes.
Shopping vacation. That's not vacation. That is not. When a white man tells you he's going on vacation, he's going to rest.
Yes.
He's going to rest.
Yes.
He's going to unwind. In my country where I come from, you're on vacation and you're still they'll tell you just be checking your email. That's not vacation. You're on vacation and your mind is still at work.
Yeah.
That's not vacation. And we should learn to take solo vacations with the kids. I told my kids that from this year, I will start going on solo vacation without them, because I have discovered that
time alone.
Yes. Because it gives you time to think.
Yes.
Time to reflect.
To
time to
recharge.
plan. Time to recharge, because you just discover that you can hear your own self.
Yes.
Because when your kids are there, they're like, Mom, we want to go here. Your priority is not their priority.
Yeah.
Their priority is to play.
Yeah.
Your priority is to think of how to meet all your obligations, your immediate family's obligation, your parents, your siblings, everything. You're thinking of how to just make ends meet. Theirs is to spend your money.
Yes.
So when you're going on vacation to rest with the kids, especially when you have younger ones, that's an extension of stress.
Yes.
So we should also learn how to just detach. You can be in your house and say, you know what, I want to retreat. I've made your food. Nobody should knock on my door for the next till 6 or till 8. I just want to be left alone. If you need anything, or you just bundle them, go have a play date with your friends.
And they leave me alone.
They leave me alone. I'll pick you up by so time, or you send them for their basketball game, or get them into activities. Meet up with other moms. We do that a lot. Meet up with other moms and plan something, and take out time for yourself. Alone.
Me time.
Yeah. That is what I want to say.
Time.
That is called the me time.
I note that.
Okay. We will quickly take a break so that we can hear from our sponsor, and we will continue with this discussion. Make sure you come back. Okay?
This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari Design Watches. And Nefertari Beauty. Abraham Ajayi is a dedicated auditor, entrepreneur, singer, and the visionary founder of BEEF AI Foundation, a non-profit organization committed to supporting victims and survivors of domestic abuse, mentoring young individuals in trauma healing and personal development. She's a devoted Christian and transformational speaker. Peace leverages her personal journey of resilience to inspire and empower others. She has collaborated with many organizations, and through various partnerships, she has contributed to promoting healthier lifestyles within her community. As a sought-after speaker, Peace has delivered a lot of impactful presentations for different organizations. Additionally, Peace is a prolific content creator known for her compelling 60-second motivational and educational videos that provide confidence-boosting insights, emotional intelligence tips, and practical life strategies to a growing global audience. Her passion for personal growth, mastery, and faith fuels her mission to help others overcome adversity, reclaim their power, and walk boldly in their purpose. Whether she is auditing systems, speaking truth, singing, or empowering women and youth, Peace brings light, clarity, and impact to every endeavor she undertakes. She is your guest today at the True Wellness Connections with Elizabeth Brimoh and Claudine Cintije. This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari Design Watches. And Nefertari Beauty.
Okay, you are all welcome back. We're going to continue with what we've been talking about. Again, our topic today is seeking balance, and we really appreciate our guest. She has been enlightening us on how we can have a balance in our life, putting ourselves first. It's not that you are selfish. It's not being selfish. But you need to put yourself first. Okay? Prioritize your own self. For you to be okay, for your family, for you to last longer, put yourself first. Now, I have another question for you. We've been talking about balance, how we can put ourselves first. So what do you think are the tools for finding balance in life? What do you think our audience that are watching, what can they do to find balance easily without being stressed on balancing again?
For me, my faith plays a big role. My faith,
Beautiful.
my faith plays a big role because sometimes when life hits you, and you just feel like you can't go on, I find courage and strength to move on in the scriptures. Like I could just open my devotional for that day, and it just feels like God knew that on that particular day I would need a word from him, and that word will speak directly to what I'm going through. And in my journey, I've come to understand one scripture, and it is, all things work together for good. So even when it doesn't make sense, I remind myself that all things work together for my good. I am not at a disadvantage. I tell myself that I am God's child.
Yes.
And affirmation has helped me strike balance. When I feel like it's just too much for me, I tell myself I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So the scriptures that I have memorized helps me go on.
Wow.
Yeah, it helps me go on. So then another thing that has kept me going is gratitude. If you're not grateful for what you have, you can never be grateful for what you don't have. And what gratitude does is that it keeps my mind in a state of reassurance that if God came through for me in the past,
beautiful,
then he'll be able to help me find that balance. So I lean in to my faith in God, and it gives me direction. Sometimes when I don't know what to do and I pray, it's not about shouting. It's a heart-to-heart conversation with God. I just talk to him like, God, I don't know what to do. I need your direction. I need your grace. I need to hear you. What would you have me do? And they just tell me, okay, do this, do this, do that. And that's one way I've been able to. Another way, which a lot of us Africans do not they don't use that tool, is therapy.
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 Yeah.
Sometimes we think that everything is about prayer. No. It's just like when you're sick, God has given the medical doctors the knowledge.
Yes.
They have gone through years of training. Research has taken place, and they have come up with tools and procedures to be able to better the lot of human life.
Yeah.
So some things that you're praying for, God has given these people the wisdom to get you out of that situation quickly. Some people are burnt out. Some people are going through life in their marriages, going through life with their kids, going through life on their jobs, stress everywhere, and they are just praying.
That's right.
There are people who are trained work therapists. There are people who are trained marriage counselors. I'm not talking of your pastor. I'm talking of people who went to school to study this thing, for this purpose. And you just discover that when you're talking to them, and you're talking to them about some triggers that you have, you didn't even know that it's a trigger. You don't even know that you're on the path to mental illness. You may not even know that you're on the path to depression, and you'll be like, depression, God forbid, God forbid.
In Jesus' name. I rebuke.
You discover that when you see when your manager chats you on Teams, your heart just skips a bit. You're doing your office work and you're not remembering certain things. You're sleeping and all you think of are bad things that had happened to you, or your child is sick, or you're going through fertility issues. You know, when your personal life is in shambles, you cannot bring your authentic self to work. Your work will be impacted. But we over spiritualize things in our community.
Thank you.
We over spiritualize things. Sometimes, like for me, when I am stressed, all I need to do is get myself into my gym clothes, go to YMCA, deceive myself that I'm working out for like 10 minutes, then get into the shower, take my bath, and go to the hot tub. My dear, when I sit in that hot tub, it just feels like I'm in heaven. It just takes the pressure. Like when I sit there, I just feel like I just sit in silence. In that silence, my mind unconsciously runs through my day and like, okay, this thing that is bothering you, this work pressure, if you die, they will replace you immediately. Your worrying will not take it away. So in that moment of relaxation, I'm able to like think of a way out. And for another time in my life, when I was really going through a lot of pressure, I had to see a therapist. I saw a therapist the first time. I didn't go back again until 6 months. I saw a therapist again. I didn't show up again until 6 months. Do you know why?
You feel ashamed?
No.
No?
No. Do you know what I discovered? Every time I had to talk about it, I couldn't sleep. Do you know what I discovered? The reason why we go around in circles in terms of trauma is because we don't face the trauma head on.
Squarely.
We lie to ourselves.
Ourselves.
Then we now use scriptures and claim faith.
Yeah.
Whereas we're living in self-denial.
Ooh.
So, in loving yourself and avoiding burnout, you have to start by telling yourself the truth. And that is what a trained therapist will do for you. The trained therapist would help you accept the reality of where you are right now.
Oh.
Because you can't move forward if you don't even know where you are going to.
Yeah.
And what we do is we just walk round and round in circles, round and round in circles.
We have all these demons.
Yes, and we casting demons. And we have issues that that we're dealing with, but we don't want to accept that these are issues. Sometimes we are ashamed of that issue. But you know what happens? When you start talking about it, you realize that you're not alone.
Yes.
And that knowledge of the fact that you are not alone in your struggle brings a kind of relief that Tylenol cannot give. When you know that you're not alone in your struggle, you're juggling family, work, everything. You're having issues on your job and everything. You don't speak to someone else. You're like, I was also going through it. This is what I did. This is what I did. You're like, you too. You're like, is that why you're killing yourself?
Really?
Come down. This is what just do this, do this, do this. And you discover that a problem shared with a right person is a problem half
Solved. That is what I want to say, that mere talking to someone, 50% of your problem is literally gone.
Yeah.
Because you will feel that relief,
Yeah.
that joy.
Yeah.
You will sleep.
Yeah.
You think, if I'm going through it, and if she's going through it, then there must be a way out.
Yeah. And most times you discover that the person you're talking to, because the light bulb for me was when I saw somebody who was going through what I was going through. And that was an excuse for me not to run my business. Then I saw the lady. She was going through what I was going through. She had spent 18 months. Me, I was just getting into the game.
Yeah.
She had spent 18 months. She was running her own business, and her business was thriving
Successfully.
I saw her. She had her nails well manicured. She had her hair neatly done, and she was shining. And at work, she was a top performer. And I'm like, hello?
What am I
And she
doing to
told me,
myself?
it's in your mind. Are you seeing a therapist? I said, no. Like, every time I talk to them, like, it makes me feel sick. Like, it's because you're still lying to yourself.
Yes, yes.
And I got home that day, I cried.
That's
And I told myself that I give myself permission to be human.
Yes.
It's okay
To cry.
to cry. I said, no, your children must not see you cry. Nobody must see you cry. No. It's okay to be human. It's okay to be tired.
Wow.
It's okay to be sick. It's okay to not have money. You pay everything and they're like, you are just a human being. Give yourself grace. Give yourself permission to be human. You're not a spirit being. Yes, you're a spirit being in human body. But give yourself permission to be a human being. And if you need help, seek help. Raise your hand when you need it. Because even if God appears to you, Sister Claudine, and tells you the peace needs help, you'll be like, peace looking like this needs what kind of help does she need? What kind of help does she need?
I need help.
You know? So if you don't ask, you might not get help.
Nobody will know.
Yeah, nobody would know.
What you're going through.
And you just need to ask. And you can't just ask anybody. And that's where you need the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
That's where your faith comes into play. I don't know what your faith is, but that's where my own faith comes in. And when I ask him, please direct me to who I can talk to, that can provide me with direction on my next step, he drops a name in my heart. And when I call them, they're like, you know, God told me to reach out to you, but I'm like, I don't want trouble, you know. I can't just come to you and say, this is what God told me. I'm like, you know, but because I ask, they show me the steps to take. And sometimes on my job, they provide clarity, they provide guidance, and I'm like, I would have just been dying in silence. So my dear viewers, give yourself permission to be human.
Thank you so much, Sister Fifth. Sister Peace, I'm going to add something. Like, as you are talking, my heart is just really boiling. Do you know that you are giving us a free counseling?
Yes.
Without paying any dollar. And I wish our viewers, everyone who are connecting with us or who will connect with us later, they should take this really moment as a free counseling to your life. I don't know about you, but I know what I have received at this moment. You know, women, now we are speaking women to women. I know some men, they'll be there following us. I'm sorry, I love you so much, but women, we need to start to, you know, women to women, when we speak to each other's heart, we can feel each other's pain and we can be able to encourage each other. So please, let us really learn from this wiser woman, what she has really told us about, you know, acknowledging that you are going through troubles, because people need to learn to normalize their life.
Exactly.
Some people, they just want to appear as God, and me, I will never go through trouble. And then who do you think you are? If somebody else have gone through it, if today is your time, why can't you welcome whatever is happening with grace and ask God to help you go through it like everybody else?
Yeah.
You know, some people are asking me questions. Most people are following us who lived with me in the city of Winnipeg. They know that I'm going through something. But they'll be like, oh, you look like nothing is happening. You look like it's exactly because I'm able to open up, to have a sister by me, like a Peace, you know, to give me some tips on how to go through my storms in life. So you cannot just be alone, be ashamed. Why are you ashamed? If your marriage is breaking down, why are you ashamed? You know, you can't be ashamed because you're not the first, you're not the last. You just have to go through it with grace. Find the wisdom. Find a way to take care of yourself.
That's right.
And then know that therapy is a big one. Yes, let us forget defeating ourselves. We are faith-based. I love my faith. It's my reason why I'm standing. But don't just keep on fighting with demons that's supposed to be under your feet. You are fighting them other than seeking a therapy to help you discover those pain inside you, that trauma inside you that is making even people around you uncomfortable. Yeah. So please let us all grow into taking care of ourselves. It's okay to pray, but you need to go seek professionals. You need to go seek counselors. You need to discover the true roots of your problem. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be getting from one relationship to another one, moving with a garbage in your heart, moving with traumas in your heart that you're supposed to download on the therapist, not on necessarily on your pastors. Pastors too, themselves, they're going through their own problems, their own troubles. But the professional counselors, they go to school, they graduate for the sake of helping you and me. So thank you so much, Sister Peace.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you have added to my life today.
It's a pleasure. And one last thing I want to drop with the viewers. Don't forget, you attract who you become.
That's right.
You attract who you become. if you have grown to become a bitter person because you have refused to identify your childhood traumas that is making people around you just stay away from you, trust me, you will keep attracting people who will abuse you. You'll keep attracting people who will take you for granted. But if you love yourself enough to discover who you are, what issues are you dealing with that you don't even know, it's in that instance that you will begin to seek help, because you cannot give what you don't have. So if you are healed, you can give healing. If you love yourself, you can love others. If you are peaceful, you can give peace. And if you are blessed, you can be a blessing to others.
Thank you so much. Today has been very, very educative. We really thank our guests and my co-hosts. Thank you for all the contribution. And to our audience, we really appreciate you. Mama Jerome, thank you for joining us. Victoria Masio, thank you. Ngozi Achudo, she said, you are saying the truth, ma'am. Thank you so much. Dr. Theo Nkogolo, she said, yes. Theo, that should be a man. Marcia Lindo Barrett, she said, good evening, ladies. So true. Lessons for all ladies today. And that is so true. Thank you so much. My good friend Victor Debbie Adeni said, the scripture reads, and God rested on the seventh day. There are lots of untimely and preventable death these days. But because people want to rest, a lot of people have gone to the journey of no return. Not because their time is up, but because they wouldn't just observe the necessary rest which untimely preserves and prolongs life. So please, thank you so much, bro Victor. We really appreciate you. Thank you, Sister Marcia. Thank you all. And to those that haven't even commented, we appreciate to hear from you. I know this kind of show is not just watching the live show only. After this show, take time to rewatch and rewatch, because there are lots of points. There are lots of points that you need and that I need to make use of. So please rewatch it and also comment whenever you are watching. We will really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a very wonderful time. Thank you. See you next week, same time, and enjoy the beautiful evening. God bless.
God
Bye.
bless. Bye.
Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections.
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Cintije.
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Brimoh,
Know your do's and don'ts. Then know the area you want to work on.
and many more well-equipped panelists
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
to be educated,
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
equipped,
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
sharpened,
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
and empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances.
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
Relationships.
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
Spiritual.
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
And day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m., Winnipeg or Central Time, with Claudine Cintije and Elizabeth Brimoh.
We would be glad to have you with us
On the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode. This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari Design Watches. And Nefertari Beauty. You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.